Hello everyone, welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today we're going to be having a look at a game played between in the top left spawning as the red Zerg Ragnarok and in the bottom right spawning as the purple Terran. It is going to be SouL. Now this is a game that was played in the War Chest League. Hopefully it's going to be a rather epic game as we have 6 links on the way here coming out of a hatch first from Ragnarok. Nothing too worrying there so far. SouL just starting up with a standard barracks first, Reaper Marine into factory. The first, perhaps deviation, could be a second gas. Could also be a fast 3rd CC. SouL loves his money, he loves quick cash. So I would not be surprised if we see a fast 3rd CC here. And we see no second gas, so that's kind of what he is indicating here. 6 links, it's a lot of links. Sometimes we only see 4, sometimes we only see 2. 2 never really seems to work out for the Zerg though, but 6 links is definitely very high. Here comes the 3rd CC, like I said, no second gas. Most likely this is going to be going into bio. And we see the 2 queens moving forward here, of course, wanting to protect that first creep tumor that's going to go down. So, oh, wait a second. This might be 2-base Mura. Or something like that, because we have inject first. So usually when people play 2-base Mura or any 2-base build, they do inject before creep tumor. That's because they have more money because it hasn't been spent on this hatchery, so they can actually afford spending those extra larvae. So now we see double creep tumors going down with these 2 queens, and now it becomes important what timing are we gonna get the lair here for Ragnarok, and are we gonna get a lair here for Ragnarok versus some weird trick. So far fast, well, decently timed 3rd base still, and no lair, so it might be just a trick trying to get SouL to believe that something is going on, or it's a roach lane. And it's actually, I think, going to be a roach lane. We're gonna see Stim start soon. No. I actually haven't seen this. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's just gonna get Stim, Liberator. Sometimes you see Viking being built, sometimes you see a medevac. But this time it is going to be a Liberator, so it's gonna help out versus those roaches, more so than a Viking would, obviously. What is the car count at right now? We're at 2, we're at 3, we're at 4. 4 cars, 2 more are on the way. So we have Stim, no extra barracks being added yet here for SouL. And 5 roaches are on the way for Ragnarok, who was in 2 gas, so he's gonna be able to afford at least a couple of Ravagers if he ever makes it to the other side of the map. There's also speed, so he can follow this up with speed links. Always important to keep in the back of your head that speed links are the chosen follow-up. Usually what happens here is that the Hellions might die to the roaches, and then the speed links come in and there's no Hellions anymore, and speed links are really good against everything that Terran makes except Hellions. So you kind of want to keep your Hellions alive. Sometimes you see Terran players even going around with the Hellions, so they see the roaches and then instead of going back home they go around to try and keep either links at home, catching reinforcements, even trying to get a drone here and there. Not going to be the case, as he for some reason is actually trying to meet him on the middle of the map. I'm not a massive fan of that. We have links running around, might be able to actually get a catch on these Hellions with a pretty decent surround here. Ragnarok with the vision, no vision here for SouL on the top of the ramp. Oh no, he's gonna lose all of his Hellions, isn't he? No. 4 Hellions stay alive, Liberators coming back home. Is there any Ravagers yet? Yeah, there's 1, there's 4 more on the way, 2. It's gonna be 6 Ravagers here. Liberators, shoot. I mean, he's gonna need to be nimble here. Needs to be one of the nimblest, most nimble navigators that I've ever seen in my life. As the Lib is being positioned in the back, is gonna get piled and will go down, obviously. Rocks or the unbuildable plates are also almost dead. That shouldn't have too much impact on this game. Tank is helping out. And now you might think, well, this didn't do too much, but actually it was kind of okay. It killed all the Hellions. It killed the Liberator, and it's gonna kill 2 E-base here as well. There's no extra E-base, but these were the real E-base. And when you play like this, even though you're investing a lot in units, it actually isn't that bad economically. Obviously, it's not exactly brilliant, but it sometimes feels more all-in than it really is. And he actually got pretty decent damage. I mean, he traded out a bunch of units. You see the units lost for SouL is looking very, very bad. He lost 1800 resources against only 525. Upgrades are going to be delayed, so actually, if we take a look at the game right now, we see 66 against 46 workers, double Evo faster than the E-base. And really the marine count, I guess that's the only real thing that I'm kind of worried about here for Ragnarok. Marine count is high, stim is done, combat shield is halfway done. And without upgrades, if all he has really is Ravager Ling, that could be a bit scary. I'm not a fan of this Liberator. I'm also not a big fan of the supply block here. Pretty nasty one. So now we have SouL moving across the map with these two medevacs. Creep spread not looking brilliant, even though the pressure has been minimal from SouL. And there has been a lot of queens, so a bit sloppy there coming out of Ragnarok. Did he see that? I saw it as a shadow, I think, and Ragnarok also something. He's gonna try to anticipate what SouL was doing, but SouL's just gonna drop at the fort base. Now Ragnarok will be there. Combat shield finishes in 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Here's a Link patrolling his little life away. Where's that Liberator from earlier? Okay, it's gonna go towards the right side. And these two medevacs shouldn't really be able to do too much here, honestly. If even anything. I don't think they will be able to do anything. We have, yeah, this drop is completely being dealt with. There's a Spore over here as well. It's going to be able to get some shots in on this medevac. 2, 3, perhaps a 4. No, 3 shots on that medevac. And now you're back here with Links way too fast in dealing with this. A little bit of a mistake there in the movement by Ragnarok. There is, and oh my god, a shift click drop straight into a Spore is going to get cleaned up. There's 2 medevacs here. Liberator's trying to do some damage. Is Ragnarok quick? Is Ragnarok fast? He's quick, he's fast. Not quite fast enough. SouL is a little quicker than him. As he repositions, the Liberator's gonna get 1 shot off and then should start repositioning again. No. SouL keeps going. He's gonna get actually a couple more workers here. So 7 workers for 1 lib. It's usually a good trade. Muras are out, meaning these 2 medevacs are gonna die as well. This is absolutely atrocious for SouL right now. I have no clue how he's gonna get out of this pickle, really. He's getting a fort base turret when 1 is about to finish up. Big supply block here from Ragnarok, which is kind of nasty, but he's already at the drone count that he wants, so unless he's being attacked, it doesn't actually matter. Getting supply block only matters if you're still adding economy, otherwise, or if you're lacking production structures, but with Zerg that's never the case, because their production structures are their larvae and they just continue. There's no queue, or a waiting time like there is with Warp Gate or with Barracks, which makes supply blocks kind of unimportant for Zerg once they have the drone count that they want and if they're not under immediate danger. So right now we'll be going into most likely a very passive mid game here, out of SouL at least, as he doesn't really seem to have the means necessary to put pressure on Ragnarok. This means that Ragnarok can easily start creeping on the map a little bit. He hasn't really been doing a great job on that. He's taking down some rocks. He's trying to get some damage in with those Muralisks. So we see drilling claws is on the way. I think second Taurus is started as well. Yes, there we go. A couple of banelings being more. SouL is ready with a drop in his main base. There's 2 turrets over here as well as a bunker. Should be plenty to defend whatever Ragnarok can really throw at him. Sensor tower might go down though. That's annoying. Will be harder to predict where baneling run-bys are going to come. I'd love to see an infestation pit here from Ragnarok, and I also wouldn't mind to see a little bit of an attack here. Oh, he already has an infestation pit. Hive on the way. This is beautiful. He's going to be able to start 3-3 straight away once that Hive finishes and his 2-2 finishes up. So, so far so good, I would say, for our Korean Zerg player. So Mura's catching another drop. No. SouL managed to save it. Thor pushes out a shot and will scare away the Muralisk for now. Another drop on the left side is gonna get somewhat spotted. These Muralisk are moving into action again. Thor is ready. Thor is here. Is what he says as he fires another warning shot at these Muralisk. The good old warning shot into the body. Muralisk will be regenerating that over time. Of course it does quick regenerations. Still one of the sickest buffalo units I've ever gotten in my opinion. So good. For that Muralisk, making them so much more viable as a long-term harassment unit. Now here comes a big attack. This is a one angle attack by Ragnarok. It's going to be aimed at killing this planetary. It's going to be able to do. It's going to be able to do it. Thor was there, is still there, but it's not going to be able to stop it. A couple of biles. the retreating bows. These are the two guys playing on the trumpet, you know. Making sure that everyone knows that they are retreating. It covers your rear, meaning that not as many banelings or ravagers are gonna get sniped by stimming forward marines or something like that. So, oh, mine. Ragnarok sees it, right clicks it, and Ragnarok kills it. Good splits coming out of Ragnarok. You're really understanding that this mine spread needs to be dealt with. 3 mines have been activated. Reburrow here for SouL. Good shot. A lot of stuff died there. Just right there. A lot of things died. Now, where is SouL with his army? His army is big in supply, but it looks so small in size. He's lacking medevacs as well, so all of his units are overstimmed. Mines are going in unburrowed, unmicroed. This wasn't the greatest fight though by Ragnarok. A little bit overconfident here. Still at 89 workers. Has this base with the 2 rich Vespine geysers. Would love for him to take those. I go straight up to, well, I guess what amounts to about 14 gas. Could even pull out a gas in another base. He doesn't even have gas here, so I guess just going up to 12 gas in that case. SouL moving towards that 5th base. Mutalisk are trying to do some damage. Tank falls at the 3rd for SouL. Still haven't seen any baneling run-bys here at this base. There is a sensor tower right now, which is nice, but I don't think a sensor tower is good enough to deal with 25 banelings, or just like 5-6 banelings rolling in. I mean, this seems extremely vulnerable, especially because this wall doesn't reach that far. We have double drops coming in. SouL decided to send them in once he saw the muters on the right side. The muters. The mutalisk. And so we have a big push of marine, mine, and an occasional marauder. Medevacs only 2 in number here. Once again, SouL sending all those medevacs means his army is not going to get healed. Good connections here coming out of Ragnarok. I hope I missed it. I think those were good. Ooh. Ragnarok, hello? Thor sends another warning shot. The Mutalisk know again. Hey, wait a second. That's not what's supposed to happen. So far, 7 Mutalisk have died. Units lost looking... Oh my god, it's extremely close. 11,000 minerals against 10,644. When I said it, I think there was 1 mineral difference. No, I pressed the wrong hotkey. Apps to the best. As burrows being researched here, as well as these extra upgrades, of course. You have a run-by setup here with Lynx Banes. This is what I was talking about earlier. This base has been vulnerable all game long. And all that Ragnarok has been doing is just sitting there, twisting his thumbs, attacking straight into planetaries. My friend, this is a vulnerable base. It's time to send in the cavalry. And it's on SouL to stop the cavalry. Which Jonah Dewey didn't succeed, but perhaps SouL. Marauders moving forward, of course, want to be tanking those banelings with the Marauders. Mines. No good connections so far. 2 mines are getting tanked here by Overseers as well. These were good connections. That was the type of thing that SouL definitely needs. He's going to move even further back right now. 82 workers, meaning his army isn't that big. Where's the rest of SouL's army though? It looks so freaking small once again. 166 supply, 84 army supply. And here we have it. 5 mines, a couple of Marauders, a bunch of Marines. 4 Marauders have to retreat as well. Anabolic Synthesis here coming out for the Ultralisks will help moving at higher speeds across the map. And perhaps we're going to see an engagement here, as we still have that run by, or perhaps it's just a defensive squad. Burrow hasn't been utilized once this game, as it only just now finished. Here we're going to go with a fight. Mine's not in the correct... Oh my god, jeez. If those Banes weren't next to the planetary, that would have been really, really bad for Ragnarok. Now, because he did end up getting that base, it's less bad, but still not brilliant. SouL is expanding to a 6th. He's getting a 5th once again. He has plenty of orbitals for mules. He has... Oh, he actually does have plenty of orbitals for mules. He's getting his ghost out. We see 5 ghosts, 10 marauders, 44 marines. And here comes Ragnarok moving forward. Off-creep once again. Banelings. Oh my god, these ultras are getting sniped, sniped, sniped no matter what. 6 base gets lifted. Won't turn into a planetary anytime soon. Creep here is very pushed back. Look at this, guys. Almost no creep in such a long game. Meaning that if SouL ever gets to do a push over here, it's going to be hard for Ragnarok to chase him. And I mean, with the planetary here, this base almost seems like a forfeit at this point. This is going to be a very pivotal area here, as we see Ragnarok moving in. Banelings, Ultralisk, and Lynx seem to be doing the job for now. Mine's not being spread that well. Good, that was a pretty decent shot honestly on the mines. Here come Mutalisk, kind of an F2 action it looks like. Perhaps going in between the army and the reinforcement line. One snipe on one of these Mutalisks does get cancelled. One Muta does end up falling. We have a couple of links, bunch of banelings moving in towards this 5th base. Should be able to be dealt with by this planetary. And we have this 6th base now once again turning into a planetary once again. This is the area where for Ragnarok it's now or never. Oh my god, so be careful my friend. 2 mines once again, not split, not spread out, not pushed forward. You want a line of mines backwards towards your army. You have Mutas in the main base. We have banelings killing this base, which I missed. Is there a command center? There is a command center. And these trades usually are not worth it into planetary. As you see, units lost heavily in favor of SouL, and SouL is trying to secure that full map split scenario. As you can see, once this base doesn't get mined by Ragnarok anymore, all of a sudden Ragnarok is going to get equal income over the course of the game, and SouL is just going to end up trading better. That is just how the matchup works. So Ragnarok needs to do something real soon if he wants to be able to kind of break this setup by SouL. 4 mines only. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more being produced. We have 2 in production. SouL has similar ideas. 2 Marauders are going to be moving out on the map as well. Going to be able to take a couple of creep troops down. Here comes Ragnarok. He has a plan. This is a one angle once again. Just a complete A move here by Ragnarok, but it seems to be good enough for now. That's a pretty okay trade, at least an efficient trade for once. All the paintings were left behind burrow. This is looking bad for SouL now, and 142, 141, but only 58 workers left. We won't have the money to remax, and we see Ragnarok's income is absolutely off the charts. 95 drones. This base is not a planetary yet. Baneling's gonna run in. 20 workers have gone down so far. 44. What's the total workers lost? 54 workers killed by Ragnarok. It's gonna be a couple more. Snipes are coming in. We'll be able to eventually clean up these Ultralisks, but at what cost? Is it too little, too late? As links are streaming in forward as well. And I think this is just going to be it for SouL. Mines do burrow. The left side base falls. This base is off position, not a planetary yet either. Ragnarok is just rallying across the map at this point, and he's just styling on his opponent with burrowed widow mines. This base is gonna fall, and SouL is going to lose. There's absolutely nothing in the world that he can do right at this moment. Mutalisk will be chasing this command center. It will burn down, or it will go down now. But yeah, SouL is wasting our collective time at this point, as there's really nothing that he can still do. No matter how hard he tries. No matter how much he believes in the power of friendship, or that Herbalife cures everything, he is going to lose. GG. Well played. That's going to be it for today. If you did like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you all enjoyed it, and see you all next time. Bye bye.